Linetia show.
Sanitize for your protection.
About time.
Yeah, because we could be lethal. You might get addicted to us.
Germs.
Let's talk about CTA upgrades.
Ah, yes.
That should have been happened a long time ago.
Well, you know, we got no money.
Right, but somehow they get money from somewhere. All
True.
companies do,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere. But for a relief, for those of us who ride the CTA, starting next summer, you'll be able to use your credit or your debit card to pay a fare when you ride the L or any CTA or Pace bus. Why has this taken so long? There are so many times that I didn't have any money on me. And now I can use my card.
Yeah. So now you don't have to flash the driver anymore, and then the driver's like, "You can come on my bus."
Well, that's my key thing. I gotta use my assets.
Yes. Use those ample assets.
I have to use whatever God gave me.
That's
you know,
right.
they're there for a reason. You know,
I understand. If I had them, I would use them.
Is that another? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
No, okay. I mean, but now you can go ahead and put money onto a card, and they're still going to have reloadable cards.
Well, they've had this
whatever.
cashless system now, and they ultimately want to keep it cashless. And the idea in this case is, if you've got a credit card that has that kind of smart card chip, so a card that has is the ability basically to just touch onto something and you can charge, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're thinking that this might be a good thing, which I would agree with in a way. I mean, because they've gone away from having the Chicago card where you put $20 or for $20 you get $22 worth of rides. All those discounts are gone.
Right.
So
right.
basically, you have their fare card and you're paying straight up fares anyway. Mm-hmm. So why not have it if you can electronically? Mm-hmm. They don't want to have it so you could swipe, because those card readers, first of all, you never know when somebody might be stealing your numbers, etc. But also sometimes they don't entirely work, and you don't want some idiot there kind of trying to swipe the card and all that, and it's not working.
Right.
So I think that's a good idea.
And like you said, yes, you're paying full fare anyway. But I know that I never picked up that Chicago card.
Right.
Because I did not want it attached to my checking account. So this is good for me.
Well, they've got the Chicago card that you just reload at the stations. You don't have the Plus.
Right.
I've got the Chicago card Plus, and it's attached to. It's actually not attached to the checking account per se. Well, I should say it's attached to an account that essentially replenishes it.
Right.
And
right.
It's
on its own. Right?
Yeah, on its own when it gets down to a certain level, which is fine. But you can do the regular Chicago card where you just have this card and you go to the bus station or whatever and put in $20 and hit the card.
Right.
It loads it on.
I use that now, just one. But those cards do expire.
Well, the Plus cards do as well.
Yeah.
But so do your credit cards. I mean,
But it's like your credit cards, you use them for a couple of years, and the other card, they're only good for like a year.
No, they're good for a couple.
The one I have now, it expires this year.
You got to stop getting these things at flea markets or the
guy
flea in the corner.
Market?
Guy in the corner with a big overcoat saying,
I don't buy CTA fare cards from the flea market. I buy purses and jewelry from the flea market.
I see, that's right. Okay. I noticed you got that Ronex watch. You got that from the flea market. Ronex, I see. It should be Rolex. I see it says Ronex on that watch that you have there.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Please, that was my secret.
And Gucci, by the way, on the bag. There's no H in Gucci. Just as an FYI.
Did you see my my Rada bag? It's supposed to be Prada, but it's Rada, and the little thing on the front, it fell off. So now it's just a piece there where the sign should have been.
There you go.
Flea market prices. What do you do?
Well, speaking of CTA and speaking of knockoffs or deals or getting fleeced, so I'm a little ticked off. They announced this deal that they made with Groupon. Okay, essentially, Groupon will buy 250,000 3-day CTA passes.
Okay.
Now, they're going to buy them at about $7.50 each.
Okay.
These are passes that you can buy from the CTA for $14.
Okay.
Okay, Groupon's going to sell the passes for $9 to people.
Okay.
So a $5 savings. Now,
Okay.
I did the math. Okay. Now, this is an agency, the CTA, that is, continually short of money. Okay. 250,000 CTA passes at $14 a piece. We're talking about $3.5 million of essentially possible revenue from the CTA that CTA would get, right? So they sold this instead of for $3.5 million. They got almost $2 million, $1.88 million up front. Okay. All of the media stories are talking about as if this is some kind of a good deal for the CTA, when in reality I'm looking at this thinking the CTA made this deal and they're losing $1.6 million on this deal. Because here's the deal. Here's the thing. I don't know anybody who gets on Groupon, and ultimately they'll get a Groupon for something and they become like a continual customer. To me, I mean, even I'm on Groupon, and I only have bought Groupons of places that I've wanted to go to once, or I already go to.
Okay.
I got a Groupon for the Verizon cell store that's near me that I get my phones from.
Okay.
These businesses, Groupon tells them like, oh yeah, you get these Groupons and you'll get new customers. In general, they don't. Okay, very, very low percentage. And what's going to happen with the CTA thing is people who would normally go to the CTA to buy these passes for $14, well, they go to Groupon, $5 off. Maybe buy a few of them. Okay. Meanwhile, the CTA is losing $1.6 million.
In defense of the CTA.
Oh, let me hear this.
In defense, I see what they did.
What'd they do?
They wanted all that money up front. That's what it was.
Well, yeah.
They wanted that money up front.
Well, but what is...
And now Groupon, they're going to have people come to them, get their CTA passes, and then they're going to have return customers. So Groupon is going to kind of make a little bit off of this because Groupon,
Groupon
is going to make a little bit of money off of this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Probably more than what the CTA would have gotten.
Groupon, well, if they bought them for $7.50 and they're selling them for $9, they're making a decent profit on every one of them.
But that's the thing. The CTA wanted that up front because they might not have sold that at the $14 price.
They would have eventually.
Eventually, but they want the money now.
Yeah. Okay. You
That's
know what?
they want.
You know when we wanted the money now, we sold the lease for the parking meters. Okay. We wanted the money now. We wanted the money now. We sold the lease for the Skyway. Okay.
They want the money
How
now.
did all of that work out? Right
It's
now,
not
it doesn't
working
look
out.
good. It was a short-term fix, and long-term, it kills us.
They want the money now.
Yeah,
That's
and
all
I
that
think
matters.
it's BS.
That's all that matters to them.
I guess.
Didn't Forrest Claypool say, "Ooh, this is a unique offer. This is gonna be great."
It's unique because it's going to help the budget in 2012, and then 2013 comes by, and he's going to cry poor.
They're going to need more money.
Yeah.
Which means our fares might go up
And
again.
and these 3-day passes that will be sold for $14 will probably end up being like $20 in 2013, and the Groupon people who buy them on Groupon, it's going to be an even better deal.
Right, because they're going to probably go in and buy them again.
Probably.
Welcome to Chicago.
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back after these words from Right Field, who wants everyone to know left field sucks. That's right, left field sucks.
You're listening to the John and Linetia Show.